The formation of an ester or esterification is actually a relatively simple process that can be done in the lab. And if we were still meeting in the lab, you would have attempted to synthesize some esters. So to carry out an esterification, you warm a given carboxylic acid in an alcohol and add a strong acid catalyst such as sulfuric acid. And these reactions are reversible, so getting the ester, detecting it by smell, you have to sort of have a good sense of smell because the other ingredients have pretty strong odors. So, for example, let's look at this esterification process. And we know an ester is going to form because we have a carboxylic acid reacting with an alcohol. And the hydroxyl group of the carboxylic acid will be lost. The hydrogen from the hydroxyl group of the alcohol will be lost. These two will connect to form water, and then this ether linkage will form to the carboxylic acid and will form an ester. And we name esters based on the alcohol part first. So our alcohol has 2 carbons, so this is going to be ethyl is the first part of the name, and then our the part of the ester that came from the carboxylic acid was from butanoic acid, so ethyl butanoate, or sometimes it's known as ethyl butyrate. Alright, so let's look at worked example 17.3. The flavor ingredient in oil of wintergreen is an ester that is made by the reaction of O-hydroxybenzoic acid, the structure is drawn on the left of the slide, reacting with methanol. And here's our little catalyst, this strong acid catalyst. Pause the slide and determine the structure of the ester that's formed. Okay, so when you determine the structure of an ester, which you're going to be expected to do for the exam, you know that the carboxylic acid is going to lose its OH and the alcohol is going to lose its hydroxyl H. And this oxygen from the hydroxyl group on the alcohol is going to connect to the carbonyl carbon. So here's a little color coding on this slide. The parts that are lost from each molecule are highlighted in red. The hydroxyl group from the carboxylic acid, the hydrogen from the hydroxyl group of the alcohol to form water, and then this oxygen here is directly connected to the carbonyl carbon. So if you got that right, give yourself a pat on the back. And the name of this, we'll put the name from the alcohol first, methyl, and then the name from the acid, O-hydroxybenzoate. And it's also known as methyl salicylate because salicylic acid is the common name.